and my name is Ala Hassan.
My name is Kaylee Jones.
I'm Layla Gonzalez.
I'm also Perez.
And we are Figures of Creation. So, in this day and age, there are countless ways people can express themselves. The use of social media, such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, has allowed people to express their own forms of opinion whenever they want. But you see, there's a more unique and more creative way people can express how they feel, and that is through art. People can really do it however they want and express themselves in many different forms, such as illustration, poetry, dancing, even also any sort of music or any instrument that they play. And that's what Figures of Creation wants to do. We want to build a community in front of local artists of all types and promote those local artists to the world.
Okay, so now to our competitors. Our main competitor that we found is Starving Artists. They focus more on performance art stuff, and they don't promote their artists, and they don't target a younger audience. However, we do, and we would like to promote our artists for each event, and we do all forms of art.
So our total addressable market, or TAM, is around $8.7 million, and our SAM would be around $80,000. And this is away from the population in Fresno and within 1 mile radius, or within 1 hour radius, excuse me. And this is if they spend around $3 at our event. And as of now, we have made around $360 in terms of actual profit, and made around $550 in terms of revenue in our last 4 MVP events.
Now on to our MVP events, we'll just be discussing the results and the implementation Figures of Creation have been doing. So we're just going to do a comparison of our first MVP event. We did a whole taco stand, which cost us about $80 to get all the materials and such. We spent $20 on ice and snacks, which basically totaled up to $157 that we spent on our first event. We ended up with a turnout rate of 80 people and ended the evening with a total revenue of $300. And so our latest MVP, we spent less. We spent a total of $35, but we also took out the taco stand and focused more on just selling pizza and slices. And our turnout rate got a lot lower to 20, and our total revenue was $40, $5 profit. And just to sum it up, since we have 5 MVP in total, and all our locations are all bundled up, our total revenue has fallen to $540 with a profit of $55, and including the 20% that we take from our art pieces that we sell, and then our costs total down up to $344, which also include the subtracting of 80% that we lose from the artist's piece selling because they get a percentage of their art.
So this is what we're asking for. We're asking for a required capital of $5,000 for a 10% ownership. This will give you an IR of 30% and a money multiple of 3 times.
So in our investment highlights, for our expenses, we would use our expenses for equipment like mic stands and speakers, etc., and also art supplies like easels. We would also be making flyers and promoting our events and our artists through social media and our websites. And so our future plan is to go out to the colleges in Fresno and also to email radio stations and talk to art hop and go to different art hops to have a booth over there so we can promote our art and our art hop events. And so we are also going to do pivots on our foods, pricing, and marketing.
Thank you.
You can record that.
Go.
Okay, so I think the voice tone was kind of like low, and like at the beginning it was kind of energetic, but then it quickly just like crashed down. It was like pretty low the whole entire time, and it doesn't really seem like you guys are interested. It just seems like you guys are made to do this, or like have to, or like you guys don't want to.
So what I was gonna say was on your very first slide where you guys had all your names and stuff, it looked kind of cramped, and the text for your guys' names was really small, so I couldn't tell. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but for that, it was kind of small and it looked cramped, I couldn't tell. And then your logo, I like the font on the logo, but it's from here I can't read it.
I was just thinking maybe kind of like what she said with tone, but also try not to like read the slide so much, like turn around or just stare at it while you're talking, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Any other comments or feedback?
I think a lot of you guys, like a lot of your guys' business on Instagram, and I think you guys are doing a good job. Like I like your guys' stuff.
Your MVPs, when did they start? When did you said you did 5 events? When was the first event?
First event was in,
April.
no, I excluded that one from this year.
This year, it'll be in October.
Yeah.
So all those were your senior year MVPs.
Yeah. So
You're not counting anything you did as juniors. That's what I meant.
well, we did one MVP in junior year, but that revenue was lost.
When you say lost,
$38 got lost.
misplaced?
Yeah,
We
it
don't
was
want to
misplaced.
focus, we don't want to focus strictly on our senior year one with our top, that has actually been a difference between this one and our last one, the first event we did.
I guess I'm trying to get these guys prepared. So how many MVPs did you do as juniors for this idea?
One.
And when was that? On
It was in
MVP
April last year.
MVP night?
Yeah.
Was there only one MVP night last year?
Actually,
No, we
they didn't have
have
MVP night. I don't think they had an
We
MVP.
didn't do MVP night, but with the teams were supposed to make up and try to find a way to do their own MVP, whether it's actually an event or do it online.
Okay.
We found our own location and did it there.
Every other one has been here.
That it?
We love it.
That it?